Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick and today I'm going to show you some examples of trades I've taken this week. If you find it useful, hit the like button or hit the subscribe button to continue supporting the channel. Let's get busy.
Okay, so I showed you or talked about this before a few times, and now I've just been applying it really. So this is a trend continuation play. So using H1, you can see we have an established trend, right? So I'm looking for pullbacks into the zones, certain zones, and I'm looking to buy, okay? So let's start here. So this is our new week over here. Okay, so let's start here. Let's start with the new week. So let me just before I go on with that, I just want to show you something. So what's been happening is this, right? So we have a base here and price has pushed it up to a new high. It comes down and pushes it up. So we've got our trend and that's what's been happening, right? So every time price pull back down to the base of where that up move is, when it pulls back down, I'm looking for a buy entry there. So you can see it's straight away on the H1. Okay, I've talked about this a few times and I just want you to get a better understanding for it. Okay, so look, our stop loss is underneath this candle here, so our risk is 27 pips. Our entry is based on this base here, so I call it, you could catch a move from here and you're looking at 91 pips. So you are risking 27 to get 91, and obviously if you hold it or held it, you could have got a lot more. It's about 240 now. This is GU, by the way, so GU moves quite aggressively. So that's what's been happening. What I've been doing is been scalping these pullbacks. So every time it pulls back into base, I scalp it. I can hold it, but I just haven't got patience to hold it. I scalp it and I'm gone. 10 pips for me is enough. And I'm going to show you an example of why I do that, why I trade 10 pips. So that's example of what's been going on. It's happened so many times. It's happened there. It happened there. That's 3 scalps, and obviously you could hold it on. You could build a position, adding little moves, just leaving it there if you wanted as well. There's our base. That'll be my entry. It happens here. There's my base. That's my entry. It happens here. So this is the new week I was talking about. So that was my first scalp of this week. So I took one there, took the second one there, and I just took one this morning based on this move here. Okay, so there's been a few. So I took one here, took one down here, and then there was a third one here. So all of them, let's see, that first one would have been here. All of them 10 pips and more, because it's with the trend. I can expect it to continue the trend to go up until the trend breaks, and the trend has not broken yet. Price does have an agenda. I believe it is heading up to beat these equal highs here. Okay, so that's where it is currently, and I believe it's heading up to beat those equal highs. There is news today, so it could send price down, and it could break a lot of this trend, but eventually I believe it's going to head up and get those equal highs. Okay, so that's GU. So that's what I've been doing this week. So entered in there, caught it for 10 pips, wait for the next pullback. There's a pullback here. So what I look for is a pull down, a push, and a low. So I'm only trading the extremes. So here's our low here, here's a low here, here's a low here, here's a low there, here's a low. So if it's a trend, it can't beat these lows. If the trend is to continue, it can't beat these lows. If it starts beating these lows, the trend is broken and it may be reversing. So until then, I could just scalp it and potentially continue the trend up. But I've just been scalping it just to get into 10 pips. So here's our low here again. So we've got a low here and we had the push up. So when price comes back here, comes to this base here, that's my entry and looking for it to do 10 pips for me. I can leave a runner to push it up, but I rarely do that. So that's what I've been doing this week. Okay, so very simple. I just wanted to show you that that's a few trades I've taken this week so far. Yeah, that could have been another one. There's one there. That was yesterday, I believe. And there's one now playing out right now this morning. That would have been my entry, and that could have been the 10 pips just there. Okay, so that's one that's going on right now. So I just wanted to show you one other thing. So that's with the trend. You could also use the same scalping strategy as a counter trend scalp. So I typically trade GU and EU, and on EU it hasn't been giving me that same kind of volume. All of this is very slow, very, creeping up very slowly. I'm expecting a drop, by the way, and it hasn't been. EU hasn't been giving me the same kind of volume, so I haven't been able to scalp it like I've been scalping GU. But I did spot this on EU that I didn't spot on GU. So we have a big imbalance here. There's our entry, plain and simple. We have our base there. This is where it based, this is where it dropped. So I believe there's remaining orders here. My entry is, yeah, roughly there. Yeah, that'll do. My entry is there. And let's go to M5 and show you how it played out. So this played out, I believe, a day or two ago, so on the 28th. So that's the imbalance, that's the entry, and this is it playing out. So let's see. So I set that as a pending order. I left it alone. It pulled up against me by 11 pips and eventually gave me my 10 pips. So this took a lot longer than I'm used to, but nonetheless, it did give me my 10 pips. Now, if you look closely from my entry to the lowest point here, it's 12.2 pips. Okay, so this is why I take 10 pips, because sometimes this could go further, but because it's against the trend, this is a counter trend trade. We've got a clear established trend. 10 pips is the maximum I would want from this move, because obviously it could continue as trend, which it did. So I got my 10 pips, got out, and that was it. So straightforward, that's all I've been doing this week, trying to keep it simple. Scalping is a lot easier for me to spot. These reversals haven't been clean. There's a reversal here, it just hasn't been clean, been slow, it's been creeping, and I just don't like that kind of price action. So I've just been focusing on scalps, and I've caught about 4 so far this week. So 10 pips, no, 40 pips, 10 pips each, 40 pips. And for me, that is enough. So 10 pips a day, for me, that's great. Two 10 pip scalps, that's amazing, because, one standard lot, 10 pips is $100, 4 scalps, $400 a week. Do that in a month, yo, I'm good. So I try and keep it very simple, moving forwards, and that's what I'm working on. I will occasionally do other moves, but I won't go looking for them, basically. Okay, so that's it. That's really what I wanted to show you. It's very simple, straightforward scouts based on H1, and that's it. If you found this useful, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, see how I continue and progress. Appreciate all the support I've been getting, and until next time, this is Patrick signing out. Peace.